Well, here's the design. It's being printed right now, so I can't really show it to you. But it took me all day today to get this figured out. I had the part over on the bench, and I did a lot of testing, and I had to do a lot of filing to make everything work the way I wanted it to. I had to shave this side down, you can see, and I had to do some filing on the gear as well. All the corners and things that I did. Then I come back over here to the part as I have it, and I introduce those changes. I move these holes up, and I've shortened this down. I still broke through, but I said, look, that's what I need, so okay. I needed more meat on the sides so I could really capture this thing, so I went through those holes and reworked them considerably. I added a lot of clearance. I don't know if you can see this clearance, but I've radiused this inside here and inside here to give me more spacing. As you can see, there's an offset now on the shank of the part of the rotator, and I tried to put a nut on it, and I can't print nut threads on this size for some reason, so I can put a thread inside it, but not on an external. But anyway, so this is I think it's a 6 meter, I forget, maybe 4 millimeter thread. Any rate, so that's the eccentric, and it rotates on the back side. I put a little boss on it, you can see that, and it just catches the inside race of the bearing. So it's going to kind of pinch the inner race of the bearing. There's a bearing there, there's a bearing there, and then there's a screw on the outside. I'm going to modify the screw so it captures the inner race. So all the inner races are going to come through here, and I put the head of this device in a recess, so it's got a 2 millimeter edge that's captured it. So when you tighten it up, it'll be held tight. And instead of a lever and a knob and something sticking out, I put a slot for a screwdriver in here. So you loosen the bolt, you rotate this pivoting eccentric piece until you get the touch to the gear that you want, and then you just hold that and you tighten the screw on the other side, and it should lock it in place. All right. I'm pretty sure that's going to be okay. I've done some preliminary tests with bits and pieces, but I was happy with what I had, and I saw some things I wanted to change, so I did that. And that's about the size of it. I spent a lot of time rebuilding these holes here because, as you can see, I broke out on the part that I had, and I needed to have some meat in there, and they were actually too wide, so I brought them in. The only thing I have left to do tomorrow is to go after this gear and make sure these edges are trimmed back, maybe a little, what do you call it, a little chamfer or rounded, so the main teeth is here. I don't want to narrow the gear, but I do need to cut these teeth down on the 2 edges because it gets in the way of the limit switch lever can get caught up when it's in this, when it's in this position here. The limit switch rides along, and it can get caught up in the gears down here and not release, you might say. So I need to get that taken care of. So I radius that. I'm going to try to increase that gap. I did chamfer this, so I think that'll help. As long as it's touching somewhere near the middle, it'll catch that and lift it up, and it'll be fine. I may need to countersink my screw a little more. I'll see what I have going on when I get it all put together. But I do have to make a few mods to this guy. This spacer I got rid of. I went away from using the bolt with the shoulder. I'm using a stainless all thread bolt, bolted threads to the head kind of a thing, one of these. And these are quite durable, and they'll be fine, and it fits into the bearing perfectly, so that's kind of a nice thing. That's a plus. All right, so those are the things I've made in the way of changes to that. So tomorrow I should have these parts done. Have them done tonight. Looks like he's going to be on there for 40 minutes. Go up and have dinner, come down later. Then I can take all these parts and assemble them. Oh, I'm going to, tomorrow morning, I have to print this thing, okay. Well, I can put the things on and fit it and make sure that looks good. I can use this gear for temporary. When I get the new gear, I can take it off. Oh, excuse me, I'm tired. I had a rough night last night. And then this thing should be ready to assemble that long board that goes up here. You saw that? That's the Puff and Chuff controller board. That goes up here. There's a lot going on in that board. I'll explain it to you when I get to it. And then we'll be able to put this tender together. I've cannibalized it. I took the controller off. I'll figure all that out. Needs a soundboard. I'll find one. And we'll put that together. And I think that is a... Oh, you know what I think that is? I think that is a Hudson, Pacific Royal Blue tender. Wow, what if I put this in a Royal Blue? That might, because look, this is early. That might be cool, huh? Royal Blue instead of a K5. I have the K5 just sitting there in pieces, though. That would be kind of a quick and dirty. However, the Royal Blue never had smoke. So this would be the way to show you smoke in a Royal Blue Frankentrain way. Maybe I'll do that. Let me know if that's interesting to you. A Royal Blue conversion instead of a K5. I've got a K5. I sent it to Leon. He's making progress. He's got the body on it. He's got a great body. He painted the roof of the cab sort of a brick red. I think that's cool. Then it's black, and he's trying to get it ready for some train show. I hope he makes it. Okay, so that's the progress, and we're making parts. Talk to you tomorrow. Later.